You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday, happy Mars Day, and happy birthday to these notable Libras, including, I guess I didn't start at the beginning. Oh, that's October 3rd. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Dakota Johnson, the #1 Libra who pops up. We love 50 Shades of Grey. We love Dakota Johnson. I feel like she's a great Libra vibe. Same with Alicia Silverstone, Clueless star. Susan Sarandon is a Libra. Very interesting. You know, they say don't meet your idols. And I learned that with Susan Sarandon. When I was working in Reno, Susan Sarandon was doing a tour to campaign for Bernie Sanders, and I had the opportunity to cover her campaign stops, and sadly, I was so excited to meet Susan Sarandon, and I think she was just in celebrity mode, but it was not a pleasant experience, and now that's all I think of when I think of Susan Sarandon, but we still love her. You know, we love Stepmom. What else is she in? I want to say Laverne and Shirley, but that's not what I'm thinking of. You know what I'm thinking of with Gina Davis. What's the movie? Somebody tell me. It's escaping my brain. It's like the most famous movie. Christopher Waltz is a Libra too. Really interesting. Derek Rose. Lev Schreiber. I'm probably butchering that name, but we recognize his face. And if you're a Libra, if you know someone who is celebrating a birthday today, October 4th, not first, let us know so we can celebrate them in the comments too. Hi, Nick. Hello, says Rachel. I can feel you getting your mojo back, Rachel. I love it. Corby, happy Tuesday. Good morning, Katie. Yes, thank you. Thelma and Louise, not Laverne and Shirley. I knew it was two women's names and I could not think of Thelma and Louise. So I'm just going to picture Susan Sarandon in that light forever and not, see, you guys knew. You knew what I was talking about. All right, today we're talking about the Aquarius Moon. That's all that's going on today, and it's making a lot of positive connections. Let me know, are you feeling the positive vibes this morning? Because that is what's in the forecast. Hi, BB. We were talking about you yesterday. Was it your birthday yesterday? Because we want to wish you a happy belated birthday. If so, I remember you saying it was on Monday, I think. So let us know so we can officially celebrate you, lovely Libra. Okay, let's get a check on the energy. Sun in Libra, Moon in Aquarius, lots of air energy. Yes, it was her birthday. Happy belated birthday to you, BB. Good morning, Court. And yes, totally feeling the vibes. I'm like getting backed up on your comments. The moon is sextile Jupiter this morning. What a nice way to start the day. We love to start the day with a Jupiter transit. Like all the positive vibes, all the optimism. Yes, please. Totally feeling it. Yeah. Everybody's sending some birthday love to BB. Yes, yes, yes. Totally feels more positive. You are all tapped into the energy. And I love this airy energy we're feeling with the Libra sun, the Aquarius moon. It's very communicative. We're open to new information, new perspectives. We love having you here, BB. So let's just jump right into the forecast. Here is a look at the current chart. The moon moved into Aquarius overnight, about 3 something in the morning. Most of us were probably asleep, or maybe if you're an early riser on the East Coast, you were waking up just as the moon moved into Aquarius. Yes, Rachel's feeling more positive too. So that leads us to our first transit of the day. You can see it on the chart, that dark blue line right there, the moon forming a sextile to Jupiter. Jupiter at 2 degrees in Aries. Mind you, Jupiter will move back into Pisces in not too long. I don't know what the exact date is, but we're gonna look it up because here it is, October 27th, Jupiter moves back into Pisces. So we're at the final stretch of Jupiter's retrograde through Aries right now. Anyway, the moon is sextile Jupiter. Just felt like looking up what's going on with Jupiter since we're talking so much about Jupiter. And in general, any Jupiter transit gives us the optimism, that kind of silver lining mentality. When we have harsh transits to Jupiter, it's like, ooh, be careful. But a sextile, nice, calm little 60-degree angle, we can just lean into the optimism, lean into the positivity. We can see those silver linings. It's like we wake up on the right side of the bed and we're like, how's everything going to work out for us today? We love this energy. I love this energy. And if you've been kind of in the dumps or just having a hard time, you all know I've been really struggling the past week. This sextile to Jupiter feels like the tides are turning a little bit. Maybe that's me being overly optimistic, but looking for those silver linings makes the whole day just seem more vibrant and positive. And we're also kind of walking into this energy of expansion and growth with the day starting with this sextile between the moon and Jupiter. So perfect time if you haven't already to kind of start with some intention, start with some generosity. You might be feeling more generous this morning. Maybe you're on your way to work and you buy coffee for someone else behind you in line, random acts of kindness. All that Jupiter energy of just there's more than enough to go around. There's more than enough positivity, more than enough resources. And with the moon in Aquarius, I guess we should backtrack a little bit and just talk about the waxing gibbous moon in Aquarius, because we're going to be hanging out under her for the next few days. Aquarius is the eccentric sign of the zodiac. So I see this waxing gibbous moon, a time when we are pushing forward, kind of refining, gathering final data and information before the full moon in Aries this Sunday. This is the time when the moon is gaining light every night, and it's illuminating with it in Aquarius all of the qualities that make us unique. Aquarius energy is really beautiful because it's very much about the individual. Aquariuses are individuals. They want to do their own thing, march to the beat of their own drum. But Aquarius rules the 11th house, which is all about our network and our community. And this waxing gibbous moon in Aquarius reminds us to shine our unique light, to be our weird selves. And that's what's really going to draw in people who truly see us for who we authentically are. This is not a time to seek out community and kind of try to shapeshift to fit in. Rather, it's a time to stand out and, fly your freak flag and call in all the other freaks just like you. I love an Aquarius moon as well because we're open to new perspectives, new ways of seeing things. Aquarius energy is all about innovation, and it can be a very distant energy emotionally, but it does allow us to kind of zoom out. I always associate Aquarius with a cloud because it's the water bearer, right? It's an air sign, but there's an element of water there. I just see it as a cloud floating up in the sky. And when the moon's in Aquarius, we're all kind of on our own little cloud looking down at the rest of the world oh, here's a different perspective I haven't seen before. So especially under this waxing gibbous moon, it's allowing us to gather more data from a new perspective. But at the same time, honoring our own individuality and maybe even tapping into the question, what makes me unique? What makes me different? And honoring that part of you can help you call in more resources, more information that suits who you truly are. So we kind of went a little bit out of order, but wanted to talk about Aquarius energy. I love you, team good guys. Okay, we love you too. Love it. I feel seen. Our resident Aquarius, great description. Let me be myself. Totally you, Court. Yeah, totally feeling the individuality and uniqueness today. Yeah, me too. And sometimes we just need that permission and that reminder, like, you're not supposed to be like everyone else. You know, you are supposed to be different. We all have our own unique qualities that we contribute to the collective, and that's what makes a stronger collective, and we all bring our own point of view. And yes, it's important to be able to see other people's perspectives, which is really beautiful that we're talking about this Aquarius moon during Libra season, because it's about cooperation and diplomacy in general right now. But the Aquarius moon allows us to bring our perspective and hold space for other people's perspectives, and we might even have a whole new perspective by the end of the day just by doing that. Okay, so we start the day off. We're all feeling the Jupiter vibes. I can tell you guys are feeling it. And the next two transits we're talking about are even better. It just gets better. Today's a great day. Yeah. Okay, before we get to that, Rachel says, same. I just realized yesterday when Mercury was trine Pluto that Mercury is trine my ascendant, supporting this self-love transformation and letting my true self out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Or Pluto is trine your ascendant. Yeah. Yeah. How are you showing up? How are you reclaiming your power by showing up? I like feel that from you, even in the chat today and over the next couple of days. Rachel popped in with like a hello, you know, just like showing up. And, you know, Mercury retrograde's been doing us a little dirty, Rachel, but we're feeling ourselves again. We're remembering who we are, what we're here to do, what makes us unique, how we share our light. Okay, moving on to the best transit of the day. In my opinion, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We'll just jump ahead here so we can see if we can get those lines to pop off. Yes. Okay. The moon trine Venus. Thank you. So the rest of the day, we're really playing into that energy of the Aquarius moon, connecting with Libra placements. Venus being in Libra in her home sign. Moon trine Venus. It's just like, let that love flow through. Yes, please. And thank you. We love the moon harmonizing with Venus. Absolutely. But what's really cool about this transit, yes, it'll be easy to express our love, express our affection with both the moon and Venus and air signs. It's a very intellectual energy today. Using our words, even just saying like, I love you to people, you know, like literally using communication to express love. But with the moon and this unconventional sign of Aquarius opening us to new perspectives, I really see a potential with this transit specifically today, this fortunate angle, a balanced angle between the moon and Venus to try new ways of sharing love, sharing your affection, maybe a different love language that you try using today, or new ways of creating beauty. Even new creative endeavors could be born with the moon trine Venus today, because remember, it's all about tapping into doing things differently, our own authenticity. Or new ways of cultivating money, because of course we're talking about love, money, and beauty, all things that Venus rules. So trying new ways of cultivating those things in your life today, you might find that they unfold with ease, that it's really easy to flow under this flowing angle with these new perspectives or these new modalities of creating beauty, love, money in your life. So if there's something that's kind of been weighing on you, like, or an idea in the back of your mind, like, what if I did this? Would that be weird? Today's the day to try it under the Aquarius moon and see if it feels easy, if it feels natural, flow with it today. I think that's my best advice, to work with this trine between the moon and Venus and really like squeeze everything you can out of the transit that was really intense. But you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we work with it? Try something new to create more beauty, create more abundance. Jupiter's on our side today too. So we have this abundant mindset already, and that's half the battle. Being in the right mindset, being in the right energy to call in what you want. We're feeling that. I can sense that collectively. So we're already starting off the day in this vibrant mood. By the afternoon, hold on to that vibrancy and see what creativity, what abundance can flow through you with the moon harmonizing with Venus. Much easier to connect with and appreciate my children this morning. My heart is full. Thank you, Jupiter. I love that for you. Yeah, easy to just see their bright little lights and the beauty in the world. Thank you, Jupiter. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for being here. Hello, Jackie, you beauty. You also have the moon trine your sun and Pluto. Okay, all right. We're feeling that transformative energy. And it feels like a positive transformation today. At least that's what I'm feeling, and it sounds like that's what you're feeling too. Ooh, Nick says, have the Brooklyn Sci-Fi Film Festival showing my first movie. Try going there and leaving a comment thanking them for showing it. Congratulations. That is amazing, Nick. We're all so proud of you. How awesome. I love that that's happening, especially under this Aquarius moon, showing your unique expression of artistry to the world, you know, connecting you to a new collective under the Aquarius moon through your own authentic expression. You had me dying the way you squeezed what you could from the trine. You know, when we have positive transits, I needed some positive transits, you guys, and I'm like stoked about today's energy. So I'm going to ride that high, or as Jackie, our human design queen, would say, like, ride the wave of emotion. I'm on a high right now, Jackie. Jackie sent me like these great voice memos this morning about my own human design, and she's offering human design readings at an amazing price, by the way. So if you've been looking into getting a human design reading, Jackie, I don't know if you want to drop your like Insta handle or however people can connect with you, but she sent me a message that was very validating this morning. So I want to give you a shout out. Yes, you are here right on time. Human design takes astrology to like 20 levels deeper, you know. Both are very complex, but I love, actually, Jackie was the one who told me human design is like applying astrology to the body, which is really cool. You need some surfer music to ride that wave, right? Maybe this streaming platform will give me some music to work with finally. Hang 10. Yeah, okay, let's move on to our last transit of the day. Another very vibrant, very fortunate transit, another trine between the moon and the sun. So this happens at 10 p.m. Pacific time. Those of us who live on the East Coast, it'll be 1 a.m. your times, technically tomorrow. But as we end the day, we're really going to start to feel this connection between the moon and the sun. So you can see it here. Let me jump ahead one more hour. I'm very particular as a Virgo. I want you to be able to see on the chart what is happening. Okay, so the moon at 11 degrees, the sun at 11 degrees, that dark blue line, that's our trine that we're talking about. And the moon and the sun are flowing with each other. A trine is that nice, easy 120-degree angle. It's balanced, it's harmonious. And so the moon being our internal emotions, especially the moon in Aquarius, like what's uniquely true internally for us, can easily be expressed externally as the moon connects with the sun in Libra. And that expression will likely come in a very eloquent way. So yeah, it's a trine and sextile day. Yes, yes, yes. All the positivity today, right? So you might just find yourself as the day ends feeling more confident, really tuning into like what makes me special, what makes me unique, and how can I express that with my community? How can I share that in a way that's really beautiful and balanced? And I love that the sun is in Libra again. You know, I love this connection between these air signs. All the air in my chart is like, woo. But what's really cool about this is sometimes I think not just Aquarius energy, but just kind of this mindset in general of I'm different. It's no offense to any Gen Zers out there, but it feels very Gen Z. Like, we're different, okay? Like, don't part your hair on the side, millennials. Like, it can be a little bit like judgy, which is a shadow side of Libra, I will say. But with the moon and sun connecting in this nice balanced way in these air signs, the sun in Libra, it's like, how can we beautifully express what makes us unique? How can we do it in a way that's not judgmental of other people, that sees other people for their uniqueness too, or we're playing in this relational space, right? So it's like, the ease of sharing what's on our heart, but also being open to how other people are going to receive that, and also creating an opening for them to do the same. So I love today's energy. I mean, 10 out of 10. We love the transits. I personally love an Aquarius moon. Other people might not feel the same way depending on what energy you have in your chart, but there's a lot of potential in today's transits, and all positive transits. Definitely want to do that at some point. Rachel says, just looked into my numerology chart a little bit. It's so cool how it all flows together. Yeah, and there are so many modalities of understanding yourself. So I always say, like, feel into what is alive for you right now. You know, if you're feeling drawn to numerology, go into numerology. I have gotten full numerology reports, and they're really fascinating for me, but it just doesn't click for me like astrology does. And human design, I feel like I resonate a little bit more with, but I haven't felt the pull yet to learn it all myself. So I'm really grateful for people like Jackie, my other friends who are into human design, who just tell me what's going on with me. And I have friends like that with astrology. They're like, why do I feel this way? Can you just tell me? Because I don't have the energy to like fully understand. And I appreciate that, you know, very much playing into what we're talking about. Like, I have this unique love of astrology that not everybody around me has, but I can share that gift. And if they're open to that relational space that we just talked about, then, you know, we can create connection in a different way and open ourselves to new perspectives, right? And every time I share astrology with somebody, I get a new perspective as well about like how they receive it and if it resonates for them and the qualities that resonate based on their chart. Anyway, I could go on and on about this, but I'm going to try to have a family swim after the kids' swimming lessons today. Yes, such a fun day for that, to just play and lean into creativity and things you love and beautiful environments. Yes, yes, yes. I will never stop parting my hair on the side. It's trained. I feel the same way. I tried to do a middle part. I haven't done a middle part since the 5th grade, okay? And there's a reason for that, because once I discovered the side part, I was like, my face looks a lot better with the side part, even in the 5th grade. So, you know, Gen Zers, we can't all pull it off. And that's just the way it is, right? The middle part will come back. Everything comes back around. So that's the forecast today. All positivity. The only other transits we have still playing out in the background, just to be aware of, Lilith and Uranus still connecting in that sextile. You can see Lilith at 19 degrees, Uranus at 18 degrees. So, you know, the themes we talked about yesterday of reclaiming our power, a change in how we express our power, still feeling that in the background a little bit. And then, as we know, Saturn and Uranus are squaring each other, that dark red line. That's an extended square. The last time this will happen, I think, until 2043, with both of them being retrograde. It feels more like a review of the lessons that we've learned over the past 2 years at this point, honestly. So, you know, it's, again, subtle, it's in the background, but that's kind of helpful to know that it's going on, because yes, the energy feels lighter today and we're feeling abundant and it's beautiful and all these things, but it's all part of the grand puzzle of our own experience, right? And so the Uranus and Saturn squaring each other are very much forcing us to review lessons, and that comes in its own waves, right? Some days we're like, oh, we figured it out, we got it. And some days we're like, when will these lessons stop? You know, so that's still playing out in the background, I think, until the end of October. I did a whole video a couple weeks ago about the Saturn Uranus square. So if you're feeling drawn to that, you can find it on my YouTube channel. Or you could even just search on the Spiritual Journalist Saturn square Uranus, and you will likely find it. But it's an extended transit. So it's just, we're dealing with it in the background and we're riding the waves. I get Garth from Wayne's World hair with the middle part. No thanks for me. Yeah, it really accentuates my nose in a way that I don't like, to be honest with you. And if I have to do it, I'll do it, but I don't have to do it. And that's the Aquarius Moon. We can part our hair how we want to. We can wear our hair how we want to. If we want to look like Garth from Wayne's World, we can. But if we just want to look like a nice version of ourselves, we can also do what makes us feel great, right? The side part is the part to be on. We all think our faces look better with the side part. That's why my hair got parted that way at 12 and never went back. Same. Like, there's a reason. I remember I have an actual memory of being at the salon with my mom and her hairdresser being like, have you ever tried parting your hair on the side? And then doing it and looking in the mirror and being like, wow, I'm so much prettier. Like, I like this so much. But then I went to school the next day and I was like, has anybody noticed my side part? Like, you know, it's a whole generation. And this is where we're at. We're the side part generation. Whoa, weird. All of your comments just like came back up again. Interesting. We are beautiful with our side parts, and that is it. Yes, Rachel. Yes. So that's the forecast and a little bit on side parts. Let's come back to today's affirmation. My unique expression is exactly what the world needs. My side part is exactly what the world needs, and that Gen Zero over there, their middle part is exactly what the world needs too. In all seriousness, though, your weirdness, your uniqueness, your love for whatever hobby or a study that you are drawn to is exactly what the world needs. The world would be so boring and also just like wouldn't work if we were all the same. So if you find yourself trying to conform or fit into any group, know that you're not here to conform. Your unique expression, what makes you different, is exactly what the world needs. It's exactly why you have the gifts you have. It's exactly why you have the face you have and the hair you have. It's not just about how you express yourself. It's literally like how you look in this body right now is exactly what the world needs. Even if you don't feel 100%, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So let's finish up with our tarot poll in honor of the Aquarius Moon. We got a pull from the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. This is just like Starseeds unite, very Aquarian. And you know the drill. This is your time to ask questions. Let me know if you have any intentions that you want to share with the group. What are your plans for today? If you want to talk more about side parts, you know I'm down. I noticed a bunch of people left when we started talking about side parts, but they just don't get it. They don't get how detrimental removing the side part would be for a lot of us. Katie says, sometimes I feel pulled between my Aquarius Sun and Virgo Moon, being myself and being of service, and how to find the balance. This energy is good for me. Yes. And Katie, it's interesting that you say that. It's actually, I don't know why I said it's interesting. It makes sense that you say that, because Aquarius and Virgo form what's called an inconjunct angle, or a quincunx to each other. So they do play this balancing act. There is this kind of like awkward energy between them. Super funny, because as a Virgo, I attract Aquariuses like it's my freaking business. But what's really cool, yes, there's kind of this awkwardness, like what you're talking about, trying to find that balance. Like, am I supposed to be weird or am I supposed to be perfect? Those are kind of the two desires of Aquarius and Virgo. But I think why I find myself attracted to Aquariuses, and maybe a way that could help you reframe that awkward feeling, is when two planets are 150 degrees away from each other, or two signs are in this inconjunct relationship with each other, Aquarius has all the energy that Virgo doesn't have, because they have nothing in common. Aquarius is an air sign and it's a fixed sign. Virgo is an earth sign and it's a mutable sign. So they have nothing in common, but you can kind of see your Aquarius Sun and your Virgo Moon as having these separate qualities that make up the whole picture, and allow you to, lean into that Virgo Moon and be of service, and, have that like routine and that health and wellness regimen that nurtures your soul, but also be able to lean into your Aquarius Sun and be weird and be different when the occasion calls for it. So rather than looking at them like, oh, why can't they work together? I would recommend just looking at these two aspects of yourself, your Sun and your Moon, as two different parts of yourselves that fill different needs and allow you to show up in different ways. Like you can tap into your Virgo moon when you want to, but you can also tap into your Aquarius sun when you're feeling like being a little bit more weird or, even like distant, kind of doing your own thing. So I totally understand what you're saying. It makes total sense. But yeah, finding balance, Libra season might help you balance it out a little bit. And just know, like, you're always going to have that aspect. So finding the qualities that you love about yourself in both of those areas of your chart and leaning into them when it's like you have two reserves of resources that you can kind of pull from at any time. Rachel says, thank you. I love this. I was talking with my counselor yesterday about this and how I get a block when people tell me how unique I am. Well, Virgo energy, you have a lot of Virgo energy in your chart and Libra energy. And it's like, well, I don't want to be unique. I just want to be pretty. I just want to fit in. I just want to be perfect. Again, kind of that Virgo Aquarius push-pull, but we're not here to be perfect. We're here to be messy. We're here to be human, and we're here to be unique. So I love that you already have this self-awareness. I'm so close to believing it, but I'm not there yet. Today's a day. Believe in yourself. Practice under this Aquarius moon, being a little weird, being a little different. That's a beautiful thing. I'm just going to chill here at home watching some of other people's movies on the Brooklyn Sci-Fi Film Festival website. They are all free to watch. Oh, what a great resource. And yours is on there, which is so cool, Nick. All right. Let's go ahead and do, your tech fairy on Instagram says, my intention today is focused completion. I have a project that needs to be done in its entirety today and involves my creativity, my focus, and ability to create good structure. We are sending you all the good vibes to complete your project, and just know that your unique gifts are going to help you create something that is perfect for you. All right. Let's go ahead and pull a card. So let's take a deep breath. Everybody joining me live. Here we go. Breathe in. What do we need to know? I keep getting this freaking card. Like every time I pull from this deck, I get this card. The 7 Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. Every time I pull from this deck, I swear this card is coming for me. Okay, let's see what it says. Remind ourselves, because if you've been a regular on here for a while, you probably have already seen this card, but the universe wants us to reread this message today. So here we go. There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of your true nature. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project like a new business or a book, or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty in your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For where there's creativity, spirit and soul are present, and the world needs those qualities more now than ever before. I love that this card taps into what beauty are you being called to make, and it talks about, somewhere along the way we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Artists, creatives, poets, the originals or ones that are renowned in history were the people that marched to the beat of their own drum, that did things differently. We're not here to keep doing the same things that generations before have done. And so this Aquarius energy can really help us tap into what we uniquely are here to birth and create, what gifts we have that the world needs to see. And with the moon harmonizing with Venus today, I love how much this card was about creativity. What are you here to create? And just as we talked about, try something new, try something different today. Open yourself to new perspectives, new creative endeavors. It's funny because every time I pull this card, I like laugh in the face of the card. Like, I've birthed enough. I've created enough right now. I don't need to create anything else. And I'm pretty sure, if memory serves me correctly, the last time I pulled this card was on 8/8 on the Lion's Gate. And I was just like, all right, haha. And then I had this like huge download of something else I want to create. So if that's you too, speaking of human design, if you're a manifesting generator like me and you're like, oh my gosh, like I just keep creating all these things, just flow with it. You know, I think that's what this card is reminding me today, at least. Like, just flow with the creations the universe is asking you to birth, and be open to your own creativity, to your own expression. I think we can all take a little bit from that card today. But bottom line, be creative. Like, that was the bottom line message from that card. Katie says, love that perspective about her Aquarius Virgo balancing act. Thank you for that insight. Like, they fill the gaps and help me with the shadow sides of each other. Yes. And expressing their energies in their own beautiful way. Yes. I love that Aquarius Virgo dynamic in a lot of ways too, because Virgo wants to be perfect, wants to be structured, wants to show up and fill that gap that needs to be filled, be of service. Where Aquarius is like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm going to be messy. I'm going to be weird. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be me, you know? So it's really beautiful that you have both of those energies in your chart. Nick wishes you luck on your project. Wow. Someone, erock333 on Instagram says, I was here with you the last time you pulled that card, like you're talking to me. So yeah, we needed to hear the card again, I guess. It's just wild. I want to say, like, I pulled this card probably 4 out of the last 10 times I've used this deck. It's the universe is speaking to me, okay? I hear you. We want to keep birthing. We want to keep creating, I guess. My intention is my unique gifts help create balance. Beautiful, Katie. Beautiful, beautiful. We love you. Thank you for reading Aquarius. You bet. Happy to give you the insight you're looking for. We all have unique gifts that contributes to making the world beautiful. I really love this card. It's a beautiful card. And I pulled this card on my episode of The Spiritual Journalist about the Akashic Records. And Veronica Lee, my guest on that episode, let me know that the 7 star sisters are actually representative of the Pleiadians. So if you're into Starseed stuff, every time I get this card, I'm like, okay, I resonate with the Pleiadians. Yes. Okay. I see you. But really interesting. So if that piqued your interest, you might feel like looking into what are the Pleiadians today. Very Aquarius to kind of go off on a little like internet tangent and be like, am I a starseed? Am I unique? Am I weird? What starseed family do I come from? Your tech fairy says the card was for me too. Literally exactly what I needed for this project and this month. Beautiful. I'm so glad that you got what you needed. Yay. Yeah. Nick's been here. Seen you pull that card a bunch. I feel human and you feel starseed energy. I feel human, you feel, and starseed energy. Yeah, I don't know, but this is clearly the message that the universe wants me to hear. So on point for you too. Needed to hear that today. Perfectly aligned. Beautiful, beautiful. Aren't they alien souls in human form? I did a whole episode on starseeds like months ago, so you could find that on my YouTube. But basically, the concept of a starseed is that there are galactic beings out in the universe. You can call them aliens if you want to, but that different families from different planets have come down to Earth, and that we a lot of times are descendants of them, or were them in past lives or have connections to planets and other galaxies in the universe. So it's definitely very Aquarius to be talking about this, right? Like very Aquarian vibes, kind of. I don't want to call it a conspiracy theory, but being open to these like weird, unique perspectives, right? So if, like I said, same thing I talked about with human design, with astrology, with numerology, if you feel like, oh, I want to learn more about that, follow that urge today. But if you're like, okay, that's not for me, that's fine too. The message can still be for you without you fully buying into what a starseed is. How do you find out your starseed? I don't know if there's like a definitive quiz. I would recommend on Instagram following star.seeded, I think. Her name's Marissa. She's wonderful. And the episode I had with her was last December, I want to say, or maybe last October. It was a while ago. And I think it was December. And I love her take on it. She's like, you don't need to know exactly like which starseed you are. We get so caught up in labels. It's more about the recognition that we're all made from stardust. We're all, organic matter made from all of this matter that has been all around the universe. So she has a really cool perspective on it, and she is my like authority on all things starseed. So I recommend following her. Not like Invasion of the Body snatcher stuff. No, it's not like a horror movie, I promise. That's not how I see it, at least. We've gotten on some tangents today, you guys. We've been talking about human design. We've talked about side parts. We've talked about starseeds. Yeah, if you're feeling called to it, explore. But there's never pressure, It's the information will come to you when you need to know it. All right, everybody. No and never need to apologize. Okay. That's going to do it for this episode of Transits today. I love days like this when I'm like, it's going to be a quick episode, and then we end up chatting about all sorts of weird stuff. You know what? I think this is a great way to end with a little puppy cameo. So Aquarian, very Aquarian. Willie and I wish you a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. We hope you have a great day. We hope that this video brought you exactly what you needed today. And we're just so grateful for you, for showing up for yourselves, for showing up for this community. Willie says thank you. I know you guys would love this. This is probably the last day the door will be open for a while, so I figured I had to let you guys see some puppy love. Just share that Jupiter vibe a little bit more. Yes. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go get some puppy kisses. Have a beautiful day, says Maribel. Okay, you got it. Well, here we go. Okay, are you going to wave goodbye? Are you going to say stay curious? This is full Aquarius mode. I'm just being like, blah, at the end. Okay. I love you all. Thanks for being here. I will see you right back here tomorrow morning. I think we're going to be just talking about the Aquarius moon again, but things start to pick up a little bit more transit-wise towards the end of the week. So have a beautiful day. Until I see you next, Willie says, stay curious. Oh. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.